Hi, good morning everyone, or whatever time it is where you are. It's morning here. It's Friday, June 10th, about 7 in the morning, and so begins another day. I'm going to go out. I got my tea. I'm going to go take a walk out in the yard, look around. I got to get motivated to plant that corn and get that bed ready for the corn. I'll show you guys if you haven't seen yesterday's. I wanted to do it yesterday and I didn't get to it, but today will be the day. We'll plant the sweet corn. There's the puppy clump. Hey, T. Good morning, T. No bite, no bite. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. No bite. She likes to play bite, but she pinchy bites. So we're trying to teach her not to bite. Good girl, good girl, good girl, good girl. You're a good girl. No bite. Hi, Brody. Hi, Brody. Be nice with Brody. That poor old man. We got a 10-year-old one and a 1-year-old one. That poor boy. But he's good. He likes it. If he gets too tired of her nonsense, he goes under the blanket, or if he runs under the table, then we kind of rescue him. So there it is. That's where I had a big pile of my round wood pile, like that round wood pile back there. Yeah, I got a lot of cleanup to do here. I'm going to work on that today too. But yeah, I want to edge this a little bit better, and maybe even make it a little bigger. And then that's not much for corn, not a big spot, but it's only two of us. And if we get a lot extra, we can give some to our friends and family. But I was just going to use this spot because that's the size it was, But maybe I'll throw some in the square garden too. Anyway, I've got to till that up a bit and cut that edge a little nicer. And I might put a border of logs around it. So guys, I'm out here. I'm not doing my shoulder workout today because I'm going to be doing this. But this tool, I love this tool for weeding and getting up sod. I cut my edge with a straight edge shovel. Let me show you. And I didn't really worry about getting a perfect circle, but I used this to cut my edge all the way around. And now I'm using this to get all the sod up around the edge and loosen up all that soil. And then I think I'm going to put a row of logs around the outside, some logs that were kind of sitting in the dirt, and use them to border it. And then I'll go ahead and fertilize this with some granulated fertilizer. And then we'll go ahead and plant the corn and water it in. Now, one thing I can tell you guys is gardening is hard work. I don't know, the sun is pretty bright here, so I don't know what you can see, but I got to get all this grass roots out of there. I tilled up the whole thing with that weed thing. Now I just got to pull everything out of there, so I got to go over this whole bed. So I've got this Miracle Grow shake and feed with kelp, earthworm castings, feather meal, and bone meal. Although it doesn't look like it has any of that in there. But this was actually from my late stepfather. So he had this, and he was a great gardener. He did all kinds of beautiful gardens, flower gardens, vegetable gardens. Anyway, I'm going to use a little bit of this, and I got my bed prepared over here. But there's a picture on the bottle that shows you about how you want this coverage. So I'm going to sprinkle it about like that, and then I'm going to work it in a little bit with the rake or my weed tool. And then I'm going to go ahead and plant this with my corn. Rows about 2 feet apart, plants about 9 inches apart, and hope for the best. I never grew corn, but I think it'll do fine. I think it'll do good here. We got full sun and everything it needs. So here we go. You don't want to over fertilize. Okay, I'm going to mix that in though. That looks about like what you got there. So I think we're okay, especially since I'm going to go ahead and mix that in a little bit. So I'm just going to keep doing that all the way around till I get that all mixed in, and then I'll go ahead and plant. Okay guys, so I'm ready to plant the corn. So I'm going to start in the center, and then I'm going to make myself a little ring, and then I'm going to put one seed in the center, and then make another ring about 2 feet out, and another ring about 2 feet out, and I'll make it about 1 inch deep with my finger, and then I'll work my way from the center out, I guess. Well guys, I went to turn on the hose. My wife bought this very expensive, shrink hose, and I've already experimented with several of them, and I told her they always blow out right there at the connector, and that's what just happened. We used it last year lightly, and I think she paid around 50 bucks for it. Anyway, I tried several of these, so I'm just going to say that they're all garbage. Although her sisters had this same hose for a long time and it worked, so I don't know. I always have bad luck with them. Better off with a regular hose, but of course they get kinked really bad, so that's why I went to these. But it was just squirting out here, and then it goes down that hole which goes into the basement, so I'm not going to put it back on and show you guys, but it comes out right there. It's like surgical tubing, and it just, where it connects is never seems to be able to stay on with these. I didn't pull on it or anything, just turned it on. So I got to hunt down another hose. Okay guys, so I got another hose and I watered it in, and so we should have corn growing soon. And if I did end up planting it too heavy, then I can I can assess that when I come up, and then I can take some out if I think I need to. I think you can go a little heavier when you plant in a circle like this than if I were just doing it in rows. And look who came up to see me. Yeah, he came to see me while I sit and have my tea, check my email. He's a good boy. And that's Brody. Good boy, Brode. Okay guys, so this is where the snake was yesterday, inside this door, and he was laying right up inside here. And so I want to open this door. I'm hoping he didn't come back, but he's coming in under this little thing here. So that I want to take care of, and also I want to dig this corner up because there's water coming in a crack that's down there. So I figured if I dig this up, put some plastic down around that, and then backfill it, and then go ahead and fill in the cement from the inside, that should give me pretty good coverage. So this battery's almost out. Let me go get another battery in case well, I'll open this door up first. We'll see if anything's in there. Ooh, no, I don't see nothing. I guess after yesterday he had enough of being in here. Alright, good. I'll go get another battery. Okay, so I'm going to be glad to get this little project done. And so let me show you guys where that snake was coming in, and also where the water was coming in. And then I'll tell you what I think I'm going to do about it. So I believe the snake came in right there. or it could be anywhere along down there. That's where the water comes in, is there's a hole right there. Last time I had some mortar mix and I was doing some work around here and I must have just forgot that little spot. So what I'm going to do is fill that with some cement from this side. Then I'm going to lay some plastic down in there. And then I'm going to backfill, and then I'm going to go on the inside. There's my mortar mix right there. Then I'll go on the inside and try to fill in on the rest. So first I'm just going to drop some cement back there, and then there we go. Try to pack it in there from this side. I don't want to overdo it with the cement, but I know I made way more mortar mix than I needed. I want to fill that whole crack up really nice. Okay, so there it is, guys. I filled that all in. I should have sprayed it with water because it'll make the cement mortar mix stick better. But I got some spray now, so I'll spray on the inside, and I'll spray that little part right there. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can fill everything up. Okay, so the snake shouldn't be able to get in, and nor should the water. I cemented it all in from the outside, and then I laid a bag, but I just put the bag only against the surfaces here. This surface and this surface, because I didn't want to block it from draining into the ground. So I just went, folded the bag up and then stuck it in there. And then I did this side. Everywhere I could see that anything could have come in. That whole crack, this was all open here. This was open up here. And this over here was all open. Now there's still some room where they can get in under this door. But I don't think that's as much of an issue, hopefully. Yeah, when I close this door, I'll see how much, but I put this big lip here that was never there before, and that closed up a lot of that space, but I had just replaced all this a couple years ago. Anyway, I guess that should be a lot better. Hopefully that's going to help with our water problem a bit. I am tired. I did a lot of work. I did that. I planted that little garden with corn. Then I fixed the basement stairs. And it was pretty hot out there, you know. Doesn't seem like a lot, but anyway, yeah. And I had some lunch. I had some soup and some toast. And now it's 3 o'clock, so I'm making some coffee for the wife and I. And these guys are waiting to eat their afternoon meal. So I'm making I've got their food here. Here's Brody's. And here's Tia's. Hold on, T. Here's yours. And there's Tia's. So, man, they could eat all day long, these guys, I'm telling you. Chihuahuas can eat. Yeah, and they've been wanting to go out all day long. So between everything, while I'm trying to do everything, running around with cement in my hands and everything, of course they want to go out every 5 minutes, and I don't blame them, really. So yeah, I'm going to make this coffee up. And I'll make my wife's coffee now. So we got a French press. I got to do a negative review on my Trust Studios channel because we've been through so many French presses I can't tell you, and I gave up on them. But my wife decided she wanted to try a French press again. And the thing cracked. I don't know what it was. Probably not even 90 days. And they just make the what do you call it? The body of the thing, the glass, you know, all they'd have to do is use a mason jar, or, you know, use something as strong as a mason jar, but they give you something that's, you know, I don't know, they want to think people are going to get hurt, these things breaking. Anyway, it's very, very thin glass. It's just, that's the way they make them. You know, I don't care which one you buy, because I bought probably 4 or 5 different ones before I gave up on them, and they were all like that. Yeah, just really thin, low quality. And the toaster, same thing. We got a nice KitchenAid toaster, but it didn't last 90 days. Anyway, so I got to do a review on those two things. We'll check out KitchenAid, see if you know, the seller will do anything about it, because the right side does not push down. You can't keep toast down, and the left side will toast, but it smells like an electrical fire, so my wife won't let me use it. I don't blame her. Anyway, I'm gonna sit down and have this coffee, and then maybe I'll work on my review for one of those not so wonderful products. Most things are good, you know. I'm happy to do. I do a lot of good reviews on a lot of things that I like, and I don't come across too many negative ones. But now it's been like boom, 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 you know. But you got to roll with what it is. What it is what it is, and I'm gonna call them like I see them. So anyway, that's on my other channel, Trust Studios, where I do the reviews. But right now I'm going to sit down and enjoy this coffee. And I think Brody's going to get up in my lap again, and we're going to snuggle. Bringing some coffee to my love. Da, 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 da. How you doing, hon?
Okay, I've been resting when you were resting.
Okay, you want to come up? Oh, he don't want to come. Oh, he don't want to come, but look who came up instead. His crazy pants. Miss Tia. Tia the Dixie Dingo. Huh? Hi. Yeah, we don't get to see too much of you, because you got springs in your feet, and you can't sit still any much too more, huh? You're too springy still. Yeah, it took Brody a while before he could come and sit with his daddy. Because he was just too much. He just couldn't stop long enough to sit. Okay, guys, so I got to go up to the post office. I'm so glad I got that cellar job done for about that basement, around that basement door where that snake was. I put the footage in on Facebook and a couple of groups and on my page, and so a lot of people are saying it's a milk snake. Looked like the milk snake to me, but then it had big fangs. You can see in the video if you watch it really carefully. It had 2 big fangs. Now, and there's another guy saying that if it has fangs, non-venomous snakes don't have fangs. I think it was a copperhead because of the fangs, because that makes sense to me. Non-venomous snakes won't have fangs. They don't, you know, they don't need to have fangs. Fangs are for delivering venom. You know, otherwise they'll just swallow things, you know, just eat them up and swallow them. So I believe it was a copperhead, and I'm not happy about that, but I am glad that it did, you know, I confirmed that it went out. It didn't go into the basement. That was my fear, was that it was going to get down in that basement, and my wife is always down there doing laundry and stuff. Anyway, I know it went out, and I know I secured the area pretty well, and the other good thing is that I know that it was it wanted less to do with me than I wanted to do with it, and I'll tell you, I didn't want to have nothing to do with it. So so I'm glad of that. So at least the thing didn't want to be around me. But that means we probably have more than, you know, if you got one, you don't just have one, because you can't have just one. So anyway, we're careful around the property, and you know, when a lot of times we air out the basement, and you know, my wife's just going to ask me to do that from now on, which is that's okay. Anyway, guys, I'm going to the post office, and we're getting today, which I'll be reviewing on Trust Studios channel, a couple of nice zero gravity chairs. Where, you know, we like to go down to the beach now at night and do, you know, and sit around in the yard, and we got nothing really comfortable to sit on. I offered mine up at one point a while ago because we hadn't used them in so long, so I offered them up and I gave them away, you know. But and then, you know, then you want to, then 6 months later you want the same thing you gave away. But anyway, hopefully we'll use these more than we used the last ones. The last ones we used a lot in the beginning when we got them, and then we had used them for 2 or 3 years. So I thought, well, you know, if you don't use it in 3 years, you probably don't need it. And then as soon as you get rid of it, you start to want it again. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go to the post office. Hopefully we're gonna have those chairs, and I'll be trying those out later at the beach. Okay, guys, so I gotta make supper, and my wife has been requesting the meatless meatballs, wheat balls, or whatever they are. Gardein meatless meatballs. And so I'm going to simmer those in some sauce, and we're going to make some gemelli. Gemelli. So gemelli and wheat balls, or meatless balls, whatever the hell they are. Gardein brand. These are good, non-GMO. They're not bad, really. They taste pretty tasty. So you can do them a bunch of different ways, but I'm just going to cook them right in the sauce. That's the way they recommend, and that's the way I'm going to do it. And I'm going to make the pasta, and we'll have a little avocado and microgreen salad on the side. And so that's it for this simple supper. On another thought, I wanted to tell you guys, after I planted that corn, the dog ran out and went right into that patch. I don't know if she's smelling the fertilizers attracting her or the corn, because they do love their corn and they love their carrots and vegetables, and all these chihuahuas do. But I think I'm going to have to put up a little fence or something around there. And I'm hoping that the patch is close enough so that the deer leave us some for us to try, because deer love corn and we have plenty of deer out here. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go get busy cooking. I'm making the salad, and I'm going to make it with microgreens, but I don't have that much here for microgreens. Probably half a container of microgreens, and the other batch is not ready yet. So I have my baby red cabbage here, baby red cabbage greens. So I'm going to take some of those, and I'll slice some of these up with my microgreens, and then I'll make an avocado dressing to go on top. So these baby greens are nice because, I don't know, I've been harvesting these baby greens for months now off the same plants. And I just take, leave the inner leaves and cut the outer leaves. Anyway, I have instructions on my Tress Studios channel on how to make up this planter and do this type of thing. But anyway, yeah, we get a nice little baby greens harvest, and I'll go ahead and chop them up. And I got to check the nutrients down here. So the top container is just the plants, and we got some nutrients still in there, but I'll fill that up before I put it back. And you know who else likes cabbage leaves? You like your cabbage leaf, huh, T? Oh, you finished that already? Okay, so I got the little salads made, and this was all made with stuff I grew, well, except for a little bit of shredded carrot, but the baby red cabbage greens and the broccoli microgreens. And that was a quick and easy salad that I grew myself in no time. And I got a little avocado dressing that's just mashed up avocado and a little salt and water. And then I'll put a little bit of that on the salad, and then we'll put a little bit of grated dried onion, little crunchy dried onion on top. Okay, so I've got the dressing in there, and I'm going to put a little bit of dried onion on there. that's the way I like it. Okay guys, so here it is. Meatless balls, or wheat balls, whatever you want to call them, and gemelli pasta, and there's our salad. So see how my wife is very happy because she loves this stuff.
I'm very fond of the meatless balls.
Are you happy that I made you the wheat balls?
I couldn't be any happier.
So there's her dinner and her little salad that I made from our little crops.
Oh, how pretty. Look at this. Wow.
So we're going to enjoy this, and then hopefully we'll go down and we'll see you guys at the park. So we just got here, and the geese are all over the place. Beautiful geese. Oh, of course the dog's got to go crazy. Well, there goes another day. I hope you're all doing well. We're having a good night. It's nice, it's cool now. It was pretty hot today. So I got all that work done. I'm grateful for that. And we're gonna head home, and then I'm gonna try to edit. I'm like 2 days behind on my vlogging stuff, and I got a Copperhead Studios video with some updates on my hydroponics for that channel. And of course, I want to do something with this beautiful woman over here with our channel together. We have a Raise Our Vibe channel we haven't been able to do anything on, but try to get that channel going too. I guess I'll be shooting and editing video day in and day out. But anyway, I love it. I love doing this, and I love sharing with all of you. I appreciate those of you who watch the channel, and yeah, I appreciate the comments, the just having you guys watch the videos. It's it's nice because I spend a lot of time on these videos, even though sometimes it doesn't look like it, because like one of my recent vlogs, the footage was one way then the other way because I was using the phone, and it it turned a lot of the footage. But anyway, I do spend a lot of time trying to make these videos, and kind of a diary of my life, but also, sharing thoughts, and just I want to get to know you guys, and I want you guys to get to know me, and that's the kind of channel I want with my Dave channel. It's just a more personal channel. My Copperhead Studios channel is about the hydroponics and my artwork and my product reviews and demos and stuff like that, and I enjoy that too, but I wanted this to be a little bit more personal of a channel, and that's why I'm doing the vlog over here on the Dave channel. Anyway, y'all have a good night. Hope you're doing good, and say hello in the comments.